Ciao, breadheads. What's going on?
Good afternoon, breadheads. We are live and direct, calling from the subway parking lot, currently parked in the customer-only parking tie.
Mhm.
What are the chances we get towed today?
It's pretty low stakes because this stakeout has two live actors managing it, yourself and I. I don't think we're getting towed, but I do feel a bit bad taking twice a week, taking a parking spot from a subway customer. Like we are hurting their bottom line because we are one customer that doesn't go in the door that someone could park here and go eat.
I don't know, dude. I think there is very, very little kind of like foot traffic in this part of town. Not the kind you want.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we've seen all kinds of kind of homeless drug deals go down, but no like paying customers.
Right. There's more trafficking than traffic over here.
Exactly.
Foot-long trafficking.
Exactly. So if anything, we're signaling to the outside world that, hey, this little plaza here is busy enough and maybe you should pop in. You know,
That's
people
true.
are here. People are hungry and eating.
That's a good point. Us, just two normal guys hanging out in this parking lot, should signal to people driving by that this is a normal place to go for normal people.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore incentivize more normal people to go to Subway.
Yeah.
We're doing them a favor.
That's right. Just ignore the 3 laptops and a microphone.
Yeah.
You know, totally normal stuff.
And the fact that they linger here for 45 minutes at a time and buy nothing.
Yeah. But also, like, you've been to a restaurant before where you're the only table sat and you're like, fuck, I got to get out of here.
This happened to me last night for dinner, Eric. And it's always a bad sign, especially when you've never been to the restaurant before. In, walk in. I said, I made a reservation, but I don't think I need it.
Dude, it's the worst when you like actually did make a reservation and they're like, yeah, sit where you like.
Yeah, dude. So here's the thing. They gave us the sit where you like option.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to ask, do you like that choice or do you want them to just take you to what they think the best table is?
I love choosing my table tie. I can't not do it.
Okay.
Like, whenever I walk into a restaurant and they give me some like, I don't know, shoddy looking table, like next to the coat closet or something, next to a baby, I'm stewing the whole time. I can't even enjoy my Wagyu tartare.
I agree. The table is everything at the restaurant. If I'm too close to the door, I don't feel like I'm actually even at the restaurant. But if I'm too close to the kitchen or the bathroom, I feel like I'm in the economy seating, the back of the plane.
You're by the galley.
Exactly. So in every restaurant, there's like there's 1 or 2 tables that are fitting for my needs. And I have walked into a restaurant, been offered a seat, and then walked away before. Oh, that's how important it is to me.
Yeah, dude, I've sat down at restaurants before, like asked for still water because I wasn't sure if I was going to stay yet. It's like, yeah, tap's fine. Took a brief look at the menu and then decided, you know what, I'm going to cut my losses right here.
Yeah, same here. That walkout is always very embarrassing. You just wait till your server is supporting another table and you slink out.
Yeah, I've had situations where they don't chase you, but they kind of like walk up behind you and you're like, is everything okay? And then you're just like out the door.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I ain't stopping, bro. Once this train is moving, it's nonstop until my destination.
But dude, it feels illegal. It's the no dine and dash.
Just dash.
It's just dash.
Yeah, man.
It's tough out there though.
It really is.
Atmosphere is everything.
I agree, man. And you know, there's a website for there's a website for seeing which seat on a plane is good. So like you put in your flight number. It's called Seat Guru. You put in your flight number and your date and everything, and it'll like show you the seat map of the plane you'll be on. And it'll have like green, yellow, or red, kind of like a legend of like every single seat. So like you can see if this seat has no window or if it's doesn't recline because it's by an exit row, things like that. Whoa. So you can make a really informed choice. And I'm thinking all restaurants should have this. There should be a Restaurant Guru website.
100% agree with this, Eric. And I like even just seat selection.
Yeah.
On a plane, like I'm making a reservation in this restaurant, but I don't actually get to choose where in the restaurant I sit.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm making a reservation is so that I get a table. Now, let me pick which one.
I do assume if you get a reso, you are going to get like one of the like S tier or A tier kind of tables, you know?
You're not wrong. I would assume that as well. That's who they're holding those for, you know, the loyalists, the ones that made a commitment to you.
The ones who planned ahead.
Exactly. I go, as you know, I'm not very good at planning ahead, so that's always a roll of the dice. Sometimes I get really lucky and I walk in and they said, we just had a cancellation, so you get the best seat in the house by the window. I
Oh,
love that when that serendipity works out.
whenever I get the choice, I'm going window.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like to be the display animal. You know, just the
Yeah.
monkey in the window who's munching on cheese or something, munching on the cheese board.
I'm actually surprised. Like, okay, if I ran the Resi app, if I ran the Talk app, I would
Mhm.
have users be required to upload a profile picture so that the restaurant can use this information and seat
Mhm.
you appropriately.
Mhm.
Put the pretty people in the window seats
Yeah.
and send all the uggos to the back.
Yeah. I would actually go a step further, Ty, and I would put mandatory upload of driver's license.
Mm.
Not just a profile pic, but I need to make sure that this ID is actually yours.
Yeah, good point.
And
We
I'm
don't.
scanning at the door too.
Dude, trying to deep fake the hostess.
Yeah, like I could totally just upload a picture of Ryan Gosling to my Talk account, but
That's true.
no, I have to make sure that what you're getting into.
Yeah, that's a true. You got to two-factor that thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's honestly good idea. I'm here for it. Maybe this is our next venture, Eric.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's fair to say that we want the hotties in the prime
Mhm.
seats,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're a broke boy or an uggo, I think you should also upload your credit score to these apps.
That's a good idea. Credit score too. Maybe dining history as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just you have to tell them which credit card you have. That would be a good one too.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. I mean, they should be able to tell based on the card you're using to hold the res,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's
If
a good point. Yeah.
if it's the entry level cash back card, I don't know, man.
I just feel like reservations in general, it's so competitive now. Everyone wants a rezo at every restaurant. Anywhere I want to eat in this city or any other city, it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
And now people are charging to hold resos. It's like upwards of $50 non-refundable to go to a Michelin star spot in Vancouver at this point.
Dude, it's fucked up, man.
It is fucked up. So I think there needs to be some more advantages to having a reservation if we're going to take on the disadvantage of paying a surcharge for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me pick my table. Let me pick my server.
Mm-hmm. So many experiences allow you to choose your seats,
Mm-hmm.
or like allow me to like pay to choose my seat at least. Like in the movie theater, for example, if I'm first onto the scene, I can see my scene plus. I can click on the middle seat and get a perfect view.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's the advantage of booking early. If I have to put down a card just to eat, like at least let me pick the bar.
Give me that option.
Yeah, give me the option. Some places do actually have that selection, which I do like.
Mm-hmm.
Like Open Table definitely has like bar seating, or like they'll have their like fixed menu option if it's a thing. Like Valentine's Day's coming up, boys, so you got to get on that now.
Yeah, you're already too late, boys. Just make her a nice dinner at home.
Yeah, dude. What's that called when Drake was like, can't get a reservation up in Carbone?
Oh yeah.
Tell her you just want a chill night or whatever.
Yeah, Drake's literally got a line for this.
Yeah.
Get a Carbone Rezo Drake. You know how it goes when they can't get a reservation up in Carbone. Yeah, that's literally the line. You nailed it.
There we go.
Then you gotta. Then they tell you gotta have a chill night. Damn, you nailed it, dude. Good for you.
I'm the only one.
I don't know why I needed to fact check your ability to regurgitate Drake lyrics.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm the only one holding down the OVO crew at these days. Drake has been catching some wild strays from Kanye. I don't know if you've seen the most recent tweets.
Dude, Drake's probably got the OVO camp's got more layoffs than the federal government right now. Like people are fleeing the camp.
Damn, Chubbs got laid off. That's crazy.
Poor guy. Chubbs is out of work.
Yeah. So what did Kanye get up to on the Twitter these days? I feel stupid even bringing this up. I feel like that's the whole reason he's doing it, so we can talk about it.
Yeah, he's just trying to stir up any type of conversation about him. Dude, just release some music already.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably his twisted way of like marketing the album, which I can't wait for. I'm less excited for it now than I was a week ago, to be honest with you.
I saw a tweet from him earlier today. I just sent it to you actually, and it was I don't even know if it's real, but Ye said on Twitter, I turned down 3 photos this week with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs. Isn't that insane? What
Damn.
a weird dude. And he only follows P. Diddy on Instagram.
Yeah, dude.
What is going on? I don't know, man.
He's on a like career suicide speed run right now. It's pretty awesome to see.
He is a product of his, like nature versus nurture. We nurtured a villain. We just said, you're a villain, you're a villain, you're a villain.
He's like, all right, bet.
Yeah, I guess I'm a villain.
Yeah, fuck.
That's crazy.
So we're to blame then.
Yeah.
Think Fresh is to blame for Kanye saying, fuck, beep.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because Kanye's even said, like, God gave me disability.
Yeah, dude.
So you think he'd be a champion for these wheelchair-bound children?
Well, to be honest, he is one of the few artists, actually, that is kind of championing this. Because did you watch his recent interview that dropped on YouTube this week?
No, what's it all about?
I watched the whole thing. I have nothing better to do. But he was talking about how, like, he was talking to Bianca about his bipolarism, and she was saying how she's like pretty convinced that he doesn't have bipolar disorder. She claims to know people with it and is like, yeah, this is not bipolar, this is something else. And then Kanye goes on to say, I actually have autism. And I just like burst out laughing because I was like, well, obviously you have fucking autism. So yeah, there you have it, guys. New diagnosis dropped.
Okay, it's a changing diagnosis.
Yeah, and one thing that stood out, he was like, as soon as someone tells me no or I can't do something, I just like lose all control. Wow. And I'm like, whoa, that's kind of a nice self-aware thought, you know?
It is. It's a kind of a cool way of being, is to completely reject your limitations.
Yeah.
Like, he is the limitless pill.
Yeah, dude. In his mind, there's no limit.
There's no limit. At least 50% of him. I'm not sure what the other half of the bipolarism.
Yeah.
If it has a limit.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
We don't see that side of him.
I haven't seen a doctor weigh in on this other than the one who's been providing him nitrous.
Dr. Oz.
Yeah. Dr. Nos.
Dr. Nos. Nice.
So, yeah. Dude. We don't know if he's still on the sauce or not.
I don't have no idea. That kind of fell off on the news pretty quickly.
Yeah. He does look healthy, I'll admit. He looks like he hasn't really aged.
No.
So maybe him and Brian Johnson can do some kind of collaboration.
I need to know both. I need to know what the overlap in the Venn diagram of their diets is.
Me too. Yeah. I think the blood of Young is in the middle of the Venn diagram.
Children's plasma is in both sides.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we'll have to see what happens. We'll see if we ever see Bully on a streaming service near us.
Do you think this is why rappers, especially the ones in the Illuminati, call each other Young Blood? Oh, maybe. They're actually
what's up, Young Blood? they're choosing their next mark when they say that.
Blood Boy would be too direct, so they just say Young Blood.
Whoa.
Damn, man.
Damn. There's grooming in every industry, man. Like, even in the world of sandwich artists, you got your seniors and you got your juniors, and you gotta groom a 6-inch sandwich artist into a foot-long sandwich artist.
I wish my sandwich artists would groom themselves. I would probably find less hairs in my sandwich.
Yes, actually, more grooming in general in that industry.
Yeah. If you're in the food service industry, please pluck your eyebrows or something.
Wow. Dude, I gotta... This is such a lame complaint, but coffee is out of control.
Are you having the shits?
No, not in that way. I went to a coffee shop the other day, a bakery, and I just had like a very mediocre latte, and it cost like $6 or $7. And then I went to a different coffee shop that was like supposed to actually be good, another $6 or $7 flat white. It tasted like garbage. And what I think's happened here, what I'm observing, Eric, is that because of inflation, the price of a coffee is now really high. It's only really high because fourth wave coffee set a price standard that people could buy to begin with. They're like, we're going to sell a high quality coffee for a high quality price. But then that just became the price for all coffees, good or bad. So now a fourth wave coffee with inflation now has to cost like $10 or $12 a cup, but no one's going to buy that. So they can't exist. So we now live in a world where all the good coffee is being deleted and only the bad coffee is really expensive.
I
Doesn't
see.
that suck?
It does really suck. It's kind of like the luxury paradox or something. Like everything, all luxuries become necessities,
Yeah,
but also all high prices become normalized. You know,
100%.
it's like Whole Foods is probably to blame for part of this. Like they will sell the same banana for twice the price as Safeway or whatever. That's a Canadian brand for the breadheads. But yeah, people just get used to seeing like this insane price, and even if inflation goes down or like the like interest rates go down or whatever, that it doesn't affect prices, because why would you lower the price? That doesn't make any sense. That's not good for business.
No, just charge as much as you want for a banana these days.
If anything, you can double dip by raising the price over the years, but then doing a sale, like, oh, buy one get one for this month only. So it's like you made it more expensive and you're creating urgency.
That's a good point. You're really messing with, I think the consumers though are getting a little bit fatigued from all of that price adjustment conspiracies.
Of course.
They're smarter, they're tired of it, they don't want to deal with it, they're just sick of it all. The other challenge though with Eric, with the coffee shop culture, is you're seeing all of these fast coffee brands like Starbucks that were sitting nearby and like your Dunkins and stuff. They're all switching from a proper cafe environment to a grab and go environment. They're stripping out their seating. They're adding drive-throughs. They're trying to get people to move along. And
move along now.
that really sucks for good coffee shops, because all of those losers that wanted to loiter in Starbucks and play on their computers or like performatively read a book, they are now going to go linger at the coffee shops I want to hang out at. I haven't been in a cafe that's actually good in a long time where I can find a seat. I can't even sit down anymore because all of the refugees from Starbucks have moved over there so they can loiter there.
Yeah.
And now it's like an uninviting atmosphere and overpriced coffee. I don't think cafes are going to make it. I think we're hitting an inflection point.
Yeah. Couple that with the return to office. And there's less reason for people to be performatively working at the Starbucks.
It's true, like especially when you got free corporate drip.
Yeah, dude. No, everything you're saying is facts, man. I don't know. The cafe, Ty, I think is going to, like, we've reached a point where it's oversaturated. I think it's overcooked, if you will.
Yeah,
overbrewed.
Yeah, it's overbrewed.
So I think you're gonna get basically just both extremes. Like you're gonna get the boutique luxury coffee shops that are like $10 for a latte, but it's gonna take you 10 minutes to get it.
Yes.
And there's gonna be like 3 seats and it's like reservation only. Or you'll get the Starbucks model where you have people pre-ordering online, kind of like, and then you get people like going in and just grabbing someone else's coffee. That's the kind of vibe. So I don't know if like the middle ground will really survive, because like you can't charge that much and give a subpar experience.
I completely agree, dude. It's the death of the middle class.
Yeah.
Of cafes.
Yeah.
And I think we're all going to feel that because, I don't know, it's weird. Something's weird here.
Do you think how much of like cafe's success has to do with like proximity to your work or home? Because like I would never go to this one coffee shop, but I do because it's the closest one to my house.
Oh, so many bad coffees are purchased out of purely necessity or convenience.
Exactly.
So maybe that's all it is that people have realized that a coffee is a commodity, not actually something you're consuming that should be good to be enjoyed. Like people will buy it anyways if it's the closest one.
Yeah, true. Damn
is right.
Does the same thing apply for lunch?
Maybe.
Because like you don't really have 2 hours to spend on lunch. You know what I mean? Most of the time it's like half an hour. So that's why Subway has had success, because there's so many of them. There's a good chance you're within half an hour from a Subway.
Always.
Or within half an hour from like 4 of them. So makes sense.
The middle class of lunch spots has also been deleted, if you think about it. I would try to go for lunch, and there's not a lot of like your highbrow restaurants are way too like slow and formal to and expensive to offer just like a simple lunch option. And then you have your fast food is your quick and easy option, but there isn't really a lot of restaurants trying to hit that middle ground for the middle meal.
Dude, I always fantasize about going for like a nice lunch. Like it's so romantic. It's such a romantic idea in my head. But whenever I do, I just regret it so hard. I'm like, wow, I just spent $35 on pasta for lunch.
Yeah, totally.
What am I doing? You know what I mean? It's never ever worth it because like you can't even really drink that much. You know?
Dude, yeah, that post bite clarity hits.
The post lunch fucking clarity.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's something that you kind of romanticize in your mind. You're like, oh yeah, lovely slow lunch, Wolf on Wall Street style, 3 martinis,
glass of white.
Exactly. And then before you know it, you're like, you just spent $200. You have to go back to the office now. And your meal was subpar because it was only lunch. It can only be so good.
Yeah. This might be a North American issue because like, I don't know, we charge so much for pasta in North America. Yeah, like it's like a luxury item.
It's supposed to be a poor man's food. It's a preemie.
Like in France, do you think they're spending 30 euros on lunch when you eat a little bowl of something and a glass of white, a house white? It's got to run you 12 euros, you know?
Yeah, probably. Like the French lunch is just a glass of white, sauvignon blanc, a cigarette, and like one slice of cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
A single slice of cheese, like a little mouse.
Yeah. We need to find a place where we can just have a cigarette and a slice of cheese for lunch.
There's probably a market for that. Like that's all they sell. It's like you get 3 slices of cheese, a cigarette, and a 6-ounce glass of wine for $12, and you get to sit outside on an like IKEA patio furniture.
I had that exact meal in Copenhagen last year. I had a glass of orange and like some pieces of cheese and some bread and butter.
Nice.
And yeah, that was my Danish lunch. A little pick me up midday.
Wow, I love that for you. I've been dunking bread in oil quite a bit recently. It's just that time of year.
Never not that time of year.
It's true.
Damn, man. I got to get my bread in some oil soon.
Get your bread up. Get your oil up.
Oh, shit. What else do we want to talk about, Ty? Big news in the sports world. I don't know if...
we love sports.
We love sports on this podcast. I mean, Subway likes to be NBA adjacent, but they've never really picked the right guy. No. You know, I don't think Scotty Barnes is up for the job.
No.
I did see a Scotty Barnes bobblehead at Cineplex the other day.
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't ask me why. I didn't buy it, obviously.
The theater industry must really be struggling.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, obviously you probably have seen the news. Luka Doncic traded to the Lakers. Literally the best day of my life, Ty. This is like, Brittany broke the news to me because she was on her phone. And I gotta say, dude, literally didn't believe her.
Really? It's this big of a deal, hey?
Yeah, I was like, that's fake. I didn't even entertain it for a second. I was like, this is completely fake. Don't even bother. Like, just keep it moving. But then as time kind of went on, like I started seeing it pop up on my feed. I'm like, oh shit. Wow. Best player in the NBA traded to my favorite team.
Wow.
Let's go.
So what does this mean for LA? Are they are people completely reconsidering what their potential is now?
Yeah. It changes everything, Ty.
How does LeBron feel?
LeBron's probably very happy.
Yeah, less pressure on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold more glory.
LeBron is more than likely going to retire in the next 3 years. Luka, on the other hand, is 25 years old and is guaranteeing like a decade of greatness for the team, you know?
If the ankles can keep up.
That's right. So yeah, they're kind of like looking to win now and again in the future. So it's pretty exciting, man.
Yeah, pretty big potential for their little franchise.
Yeah. Some would say it's the most historic franchise in the history of the NBA, but you can call it little too.
Well, I am always a little hesitant when a California kind of franchise touts themselves because it's like they just get the most media attention by default.
That's true.
So it's tough. It's tough to be like I don't know, a team in a flyover city and
Yeah.
compete for the clout, you know?
Yeah, it's really interesting because I think the NBA overlords they all like are disappointed when a flyover city makes it to the finals.
Yeah,
Like if
totally.
Denver is playing in the finals against, I don't know, Oklahoma City,
Mhm.
it's like even if they're the two best teams in the league, they're not drawing the same number of fans,
Yeah,
like
people,
on TV.
because you need a few like blue chip players in the mix there.
Yeah. They might have the blue chip players, but it's just the city itself doesn't have the same fan base as LA. Like
Right.
people in like China love LA Lakers.
Right. The glory.
It's yeah.
It's all the brand, dude.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting business, to be honest.
It is. It is the entertainment industry after
Yeah.
all. Just like this. We are competing with the Lakers in the attention economy. Think fresh.
Yeah.
So this Luka trade is good for the NBA, bad for Think Fresh.
Yeah, more people will be watching the game than listening to this. But you can listen to this during the halftime show. This will probably fit in perfectly, actually.
Yeah, the way we're
20
kind of
minutes.
getting close to wrapping this episode.
Yeah. But before we wrap, Ty, there is a conspiracy floating around the trade,
Oh no.
as always.
Tell me more.
So this trade was so monumentally bad for the Dallas Mavericks,
Mhm.
which that's the team that Luka came from, that like the entire fan base is like going to commit group suicide. Like it's really bad.
They're that concerned because they Whoa.
Got rid of their darling. Like
what is in it for Dallas? It's a big payout. Do you pay money for people, or do you have to just trade bodies?
You pay money. You pay the bodies money.
Okay.
So Luka was eligible for an insane contract because I think you have to be with the team for a certain amount of time to be eligible.
Yep.
It's called a supermax contract.
Supermax. Cool. I need a supermax contract.
I need a fucking supermax for sure. And so this is what they say. They're like, oh, we don't necessarily know that this young superstar is going to be a good investment for us long term.
Okay.
So we don't want to commit to giving him a 5-year deal, which is like the big payout.
Right. That's contract maxing.
That's exactly. So that's what they say. But fans are being a little more skeptical, and they're saying like, well, obviously he would have done really well for the franchise. Why would we do this? It turns out the owner of the Dallas Mavericks is this like billionaire family that's located in Vegas. They have a lot of like stake in the Vegas kind of economy, and they're trying to tank the team to move it to Vegas instead of Texas.
Whoa.
Yeah. So if they can move it at a discount, if imagine moving like a really successful team, I imagine that would be very costly. But if you can make this team like almost worthless, then it must be a lot easier to move over there.
So that's part of their 10-year plan.
Yeah. And the reason for that is gambling is illegal in Texas.
Oh, so they can't move Las Vegas to Dallas.
Exactly.
Have to bring. Interesting.
Really interesting, right?
That conspiracy's got some legs. Okay.
Yeah. And Vegas is also like a worldwide city. Like people fly in from everywhere just to check it out.
It is a blue chip place.
They'll pop in for a game when they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane stuff.
The entertainment capital.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of believe this because Dallas hasn't been doing so well, even in like, when you think about all the Texas cities, it's like fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, no one's going to Dallas.
No one's going to Dallas.
They're waiting for the team to come to their city.
More or less, yeah.
Right.
They're like, oh, sweet. The Lakers are coming to us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. So it just goes to show that like just being the best at something doesn't mean that you'll have success, you know? Mavericks can be the best team, but money will change everything, hey?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know if they were the best team. They went to the finals last year, but Luka is unquestionably top 3 players in the league right now.
Wow. Good for him.
Imagine Vancouver Canucks had Wayne Gretzky playing for us, and we just like sold him for like 3 bums.
Right. Well,
like everyone in Vancouver, like we would have another riot. That's like basically the extent of this.
That's true. Like how many important people across all film, music, sports are coming out of Dallas at this point?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Not that many.
Yeah, dude, word on the street is there's people committing goonicide at the stadium in Dallas.
Damn, that's a real protest right there.
I know, dude. Oh shit.
Wow. Well, thank you for teaching the breadheads. I myself obviously already knew all this, but thank you for teaching the breadheads about what is happening with this trade. It is a different type of trade war than the one most of the mainstream media is covering.
Yeah. It's almost like they paid a huge tariff. Like,
Yeah,
that's
kinda.
almost how the city feels. So, yeah.
Damn, Dallas, Canada empathizes with you. We get it.
Yeah, dude. Our footlongs are 25% more, and so is Luka.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, thanks for listening. That's all I had for you, Ty. Anything else?
Amazing. No, breadheads, thank you for joining us today, as per usual.
Yeah.
Some big stuff coming out of the Think Fresh think tank next week, so tune in and find out more on that.
Yeah, dude. Happy to have you in the Think First universe.
All
Okay.
right.
Ciao.
Ciao.